this book he says that if somebody has committed an Islamic crime, like for instance zina, and the judicial court has not been able to sentence that person according to Islam, it becomes the duty of the devout Muslim to give that punishment to that person. But he was careful that if that person is then tried by the court, then he should not be treated as a criminal because he has abided by the Islamic laws. Now if you look at the wording and all that, this idea gives the justification for taking law into your own hands. Now Islamically it may be true, although it is questionable, but once you give that idea that you can go out of the system and you can take law into your hands, the rule of law collapsed. Okay, and I think that this idea in the 1960s it started spreading, and in almost all Muslim societies this is now the idea that if you see something wrong, you are authorized to correct it. This is, you see in all these, whether it's girls' madrasas being destroyed or any other event. So you see this idea, it is not supported, in my understanding, it's not supported by Islamic law, by the jurists. They always say that if you see something evil, you must take the action which is in a legal system. You cannot just go and kill some person, or you cannot punish somebody. You have to go through the court, and there is a court procedure. So I think what happened in these since 1960s, that this political groups and political parties who were actually against the repressive regimes, they build up these arguments so that they can rebel. Okay, and for a period the Western nations also, if not supported, at least ignored, because that was helpful for them to fight against the leftist groups. But that encouraged the breaking of law in our societies, and I think that is still continuing.
Then why only schools? Means we see that there are other judiciary system, police, and then many others. But why schools? Only schools are being focused.
Well, school was more like a symbol, but I think they have done gradually. Starting from schools, starting from killing of a person or on parda, on teachers. Now they are attacking armies, police, rangers. So that is, once you start somewhere, then it's never ending. And I think it's overall, I think it's not a religious but a political battle, or I would say war
against this. Then my final, our final questions would be, very clearly, when we what would you give to the international community a message when we talk about girls issues, especially that the gender issues in Pakistan, and then what do you see that is in their mind, and how they should pursue all these phenomena in Pakistan?
Well, I don't know, but I think simply if I say that for centuries now the Muslim societies have learned from experience. In the 7th century or 8th century, they must have stopped women going to the mosque or going to the madrasa for some type of changes in the society. But I think that we have suffered more and lost more than these precautions. Even if we look from the very purely religious point of view, by not allowing women to go to mosque or going to madrasa, then women lack religious knowledge. And when they lack religious knowledge, the knowledge that they have is of culture, local culture. So if even you might have experienced and other people have experienced that in cases of religious practices, in cases of marriage, divorce and all these practices, the women in our societies are the guardians of the cultural values, not of religious values. All these reformist movements that started in Pakistan or elsewhere, they always emphasize that women must be given this education because women are the source of all these bad practices. They have realized that they should also take a positive action, that then girls' education should be given priority. And it must be prioritized because for centuries they have been on the other side. So I think that is one thing that must be there. And the second thing is that the other precautions, like in co-education they have this fear, and in the not observing parda they have this fear. So I think those issues must be addressed, but not in a way that you eliminate girls' education or you become opposed to education. I mean, if these are issues, they must be addressed, but the priority must be given to the girls' education, to the need of girls' education.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.